We have received an exciting new announcement from the Witchbrook team, and this devlog covers the magic system, classes, campus, and mentions our newest Bachelor. My name is Sylvie, I deep dive into games for fun, and I cannot wait to tell you everything we've learned from this update. Now, we've known for a while that we'll be attending Witchbrook College as a fledgling witch to acquire knowledge, spells, and skills for day-to-day life in the town of Mossport. But today, we've learned that we are not a chosen one with an inherent special magical talent. Magic itself isn't something that's unattainable and some people are just lucky to have. No, instead, Witchbrook has a more grounded magic system which can be harnessed by anyone with the right attitude, hard work, and passion. And that is precisely the reason why magic is still a mystery to most people, despite the fact that the people of Mossport rely on the witch populace to help them with all of their problems, big or small. One of the ways we'll be learning this work-based magic is through classes, and we now know of 3 confirmed subjects. The first subject is alchemy, something we've been shown before, but this time we've been told that we'll begin our classes by creating remedies like herbal teas and topical salves for pesky everyday ailments until we progress into crafting complex cures in the form of potions, all of which require local flora and sometimes fauna to concoct. I can see a lot of foraging and perhaps even animal handling in our future. The second subject is divination, and I've been excited about the observatory ever since I first saw it. Progression through these classes is achieved by attending daytime tarot reading classes and develops into communicating with the constellations of the cosmos during night classes, which will apparently be very handy for giving advice to townsfolk who are looking to travel, become wealthy, or maybe even find love. I think we are going to get so much tea from this. In theory, the stars have seen millennia of humanity's drama, and I don't need a crystal ball or tarot spread to know we'll be hearing some juicy lore and receiving some foreboding warnings during our interactions. The third subject is the arcane arts, and this can only be taken on by students who have proved their knowledge and passed their first and second semester exams, although it isn't clear how these tests will be conducted. This new subject opens us up to the realm of rituals and demons. Spooky stuff for sure, and perhaps linked to the mystery of the Witchbrook Oracle, which we will be looking at in another video. Just remember to subscribe to my channel so my future Witchbrook content will definitely pop up on your homepage. Along with the confirmation of semesters, we now know that we'll discover even more classes and learn new spells as we progress through our academic studies. And learning these new skills with the practical magic style will require a more hands-on approach, which means consulting with clients face-to-face, sourcing our own ingredients, scouring ancient tomes, crafting cures, and hand-delivering goods in person. And we can see this in a newly released video where we're delivering someone's request to their door and sitting down with them inside their home, which is super cute. This approach to civic witchcraft was inspired, of course, by Kiki's delivery service, where Kiki is a 13-year-old girl who leaves home and trains as a witch by living on her own for a whole year. She moves to a seaside town, kinda like Mossport, and establishes a flying delivery service, kinda like Mossport Postal Service. In Witchbrook, a witch's vocation is to help people and keep the tradition alive. Although I can imagine this may not be something every single aspiring witch or grumpy neighbour will appreciate. Meanwhile, the grounded magic system was inspired by Terry Pratchett's Tiffany Aching books from the Discworld series, where knowledge of the outdoors is seen as a type of magic, and fairies, other magical creatures, good and evil, community and responsibility, growing up, and many more themes are explored. Now, our classmates, young witches like us, will be making the same journey through college, but won't necessarily be following the same path overall. The devs have confirmed that each character has come to Witchbrook for their own reasons, and each witch we meet has their own story to tell. Eli Ivers is still the newest potential romantic interest to be announced alongside Hana Sato, and we know him as the editor of the Witchbrook Oracle, who is always there with a supportive word and the inside scoop on school secrets, giving us all the tea we crave about campus news and rumours. And if you've been paying attention to the last 3 Witchbrook Oracle issues, you'll know that there are a lot of secrets to unpack. He introduced himself in the 2nd issue as a post-grad student, part-time school shop cashier, and occasional tutor, but also took on the role as editor-in-chief. He seems like a very busy guy, and a solid option for sneaking around campus with. And speaking of campus, it seems a lot of Witchbrook College and the town of Mossport was based on Cambridge in England, where a couple members of the Witchbrook team grew up. Seeing the transition from grey box layout to detailed sketch and then rendering by Witchbrook's pixel artists is really cool, especially since something the team prides itself on is creating a game with a really unique and beautiful art style, and potentially some of the most intricate pixel art we've ever seen in game format. We can see that physically the college is made up of classrooms and campus buildings which have been built upon across the years, and to me that screams ancient or lost secrets to be found in hard to find places. You can see in the art how different parts of the campus are built with different materials and styles depending on the time period they were meant to be built in. So I'm just saying, I'll be keeping an eye on anything that looks a little old or worn out, and maybe you should too. The library was inspired by Wren Library in Cambridge, which we can see from these stunning high windows, and I find myself looking at these bookshelves with some unique looking symbols on them. They've definitely changed over time, but I'm sensing an affiliation to different classes or magic types and skills we will be seeing when we play the game. You should let me know in the comments what you think each symbol means. For more details about architecture like this bridge, the railings, signposts and lampposts, I'd highly recommend checking out the dev blog, which is linked in the description. And if you want to know all of the juicy details from the next dev blog, which will be covering customization and fashion, make sure you subscribe below now so you don't lose my small channel from your front page. I'm currently working on a Witchbrook deep dive series, and the first part will be coming out very soon, so stay tuned. And if you'd like a little update on my impromptu hiatus, you can check out my most recent YouTube post. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.